Hi everyone, welcome to Who Said What with your hosts Hiba and Nira. We're two sisters in our 40s with lots of stories to share. Having lived across Egypt, the US, Saudi, Kuwait, Dubai, and Europe, we share a unique mix of cultural insights and fresh perspectives. In each episode, we dive into the unfiltered sides of entrepreneurship, motherhood, relationships, and the crazy dynamics of family life. Well, actually, of our crazy family life. Ever wonder how cultures shape our ideas of success, love, and happiness? And why some topics are completely taboo in one country, yet casual conversation in another? Well, we're here to spill the tea, no sugarcoating, just real talk and a lot of laughs. Grab your coffee, settle in, and let's dive into another episode of Who Said What. Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode of Who Said What. I'm Hiba.
And I'm Nira.
And today we have a guest that we do not even need to introduce. It's our mother, Fadia. And we have her here because, it's the holiday season. So we wanted to have her on and discuss, because she is the best host ever. So we wanted to talk about what makes her so good at it and how she does it so effortlessly.
Everything we've learned from her.
Yeah. I mean, that was probably the basis why we opened the Four Fat Ladies, right? I mean, she was the source of it.
Exactly.
And the Four Fat Ladies was what we did in Christmas and Thanksgiving. That's all we did was bake and bake.
Even when we didn't, and we lived in Kuwait, we used to, every weekend we used to make cakes and cookies, right? In Kuwait.
Yeah.
Hence why we're a little pudgy.
I
Fat,
forgot
not pudgy.
my baking completely.
Yeah, you
Not
don't bake.
completely. I can
No.
bake occasionally, but it's like I got so used to Nira doing it that
I know. Nira, because you're a buzzkill. You don't let anybody else bake anymore.
No, she
You
doesn't
bake?
mind. Yeah, when I bake, she doesn't say anything. But somehow,
You're not interested in it anymore. It's not.
I'm not that interested, and I know you do it better. So it's like
How am I a buzzkill? You make the apple crisp and whatever for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but that's okay.
I'm the pie. I
I don't bake anymore, especially after, my God. Yeah, I never bake anymore.
You're so full of it. You always bake. You're always
No, I
testing
don't.
something new. Yeah, you
Do
are.
I?
Yeah, of course you do, Haba.
What more do you make?
I want to make the cookies. You're not making the cookies, no.
Oh my God, recently? What cookies?
No, but you do quite often. Anyways, we digress, Heba. Yes. So we're talking about the holiday season.
Yeah, no, because I was just trying to think, what cookies have I made recently to because we're talking about the holiday season.
But in Thanksgiving, everybody has their role. My job is to do the pies. And you and Mom are in charge of the stuffing, the roasted vegetables, the turkey, the mashed potatoes,
I don't do very much though.
yeah.
You do the cornbread. You do it mighty well, and you do the macaroni in the oven, the mac and cheese,
and the mixed vegetables.
and the mixed vegetables. Okay, yes.
Well, you're both actually. I guess it does make a difference when the mother or is interested in cooking and entertaining. Automatically the children come out. They're raised in that kind of atmosphere, so obviously they develop that interest also.
You absorb a lot of it.
But as time goes by, like for me now, as I get older, I'm not that enthused about it, unfortunately. I think mainly it's a combination of things. First, a lot of my friends, we're all getting older, so it's like they're not as enthusiastic as going out.
But we were talking about this because I don't know, we're like that too, and we're still in our 40s. So I was wondering if it's a thing that we're more like that now. Actually, this is something you can probably reminisce about. When we were growing up, I remember our birthday parties and all of these used to be so amazing. But now I don't think people do that anymore. Right? I see a difference, even though it's like you're saying your friends don't like to. I think it's not because of age. I think a lot of people don't invite as much anymore.
Yeah, it's true. I think it's probably a combination of things. First of all, people are more busy now. Yeah, everybody does more than one thing. And as you get older, I would have thought when you guys are all grown up and out on your own, that I would have much more time, free time.
I'm not out on my, but I live with you, Mommy. I live with you, Mommy. I'm never leaving.
Yes, I know.
No, but
I'm not on my own.
feel I have much more, many more obligations than I did.
Because there's so much more to do now. For some odd reason,
And
when we
more
were growing,
obligation.
yeah,
Obviously, I have my own business, so that takes up a lot of time. But also, it's like as you get older, there are more things that you need to take care of. Accumulation of things. I can't put my finger on it.
I don't know.
But I feel I'm much more busy, mentally at least, than I used to be.
there's so much more going on because when
think
we
there's
were
more
growing,
going
there's
on.
so much more going on because when we were growing up, the weekends
Were free.
Mom was free on the weekends. You know, she worked every day of the week, but on the weekends you were with us the whole time. We did everything together on the weekends. We went to the club together. We cooked together. We had breakfast together. We made lunch together. It was different. The parents had more time to be with their kids. I feel.
And I think there were less requirements in life. Like I don't feel now kids, for instance, when I was growing up, the first time I traveled, I was at the age of 16 or 17. It was the first time. And it wasn't, I wasn't unique. All my friends at school, most of them haven't traveled before, or when they did travel, it was later in life. And it wasn't a given thing like it is now. You know, that everybody travel, kids had more demands. No, it was much simpler life and easier.
Do you think that's a good thing? That was simpler? Do you think it's because a lot of people say now it's better because you have more opportunities, it's more options, more choices.
The thing I don't understand, and I never understood, why do we always have to compare? First of all, there is nothing constant about life.
But change.
It's constantly changing.
There's nothing
So
constant
to
but
keep
change.
Looking back, it's like people keep sometimes posting photos of Egypt a long time ago. Oh, look how beautiful it looks and so clean. And there are two people walking in the street. It's different. People move on. It's like saying now, let's drop the iPhones and let's just use the cord telephone. It's not going to happen. Nobody goes back.
No, I know. But you certainly, don't you feel nostalgic about anything and about in the past?
No.
No, you don't have any nostalgia?
No, not really.
Not one thing?
No. Are you nostalgic about anything in the past?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, for sure.
Like what?
I prefer when, like, okay, Taban, it is much more convenient now, but it was nicer when you weren't so connected all the time. I find that a huge source of stress and...
Oh, you're talking about technology and phones and stuff like that.
About
Yeah,
social
no.
media and stuff.
I hate
Not in general.
You're kind of forced to be in
That's what I'm saying.
social media. Like I never, for instance, for the shop, when people told me you have to be on Instagram, I resisted for a while. And then eventually I felt, people tell me, oh, what's that?
No, it's not about resisting. I agree with you because you have to do it. It's part of life now.
You feel
and you have to
be
adapt
out
to
of
it.
touch. if
But
you
what I'm
don't
saying is
keep
I'm
up.
nostalgic about the time when there wasn't so much
Absolutely.
connection all the time, that you're like always on. Well, because it is like I when we were young and growing up, when we went to the club, Mom didn't care where we were. She didn't even know where you were. But it's like now when you have the phones, you're always yeah, I feel like if I don't ask,
but-
I have to ask, like, are the kids okay?
But back then,
because of that.
I know what you're saying, but also back then, quite frankly, there was a lot less to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say that.
There was a lot less to worry
things
about.
you hear about now, I don't know, is it a function of the fact that we were not very aware of what's happening, or actually...
I heard horrible stories about certain people from Nadi Gezira that used to work there when we were much, much younger. So when we first came to Egypt in 87, there was one of the guys in the magazine store that was a perv, big time. And he used to touch some of the girls, the kids. But
Gotta love Nira. She always
no, but it's normal, Mom.
Yeah.
What? I'm not saying anything that's off. It happens in Egypt. It happens. It happened in Egypt a long time ago. It happened in Egypt a long time ago, but nobody's ever said anything. There was awareness. Parents knew, but you knew the one or two versus now it's everybody. You know, that's
No, but a lot of people say that it's the same. It's just that now you're much more aware, and you hear the stories much more. So it's like you're very, it's like very magnified in your head.
Yeah, we used to
But-
walk to the club when we were 9, 10 on our own without mom or dad, and they had nothing to worry about.
Yeah. Well, they probably did, but they didn't know. No, but
It's possible. It's possible. We did. There were things to worry about, but there wasn't that awareness, or maybe because things didn't happen except very rarely. So it wasn't like
You didn't really hear about it. So you didn't hear about it.
No, I think also it wasn't that current. Like drugs and things like that. Maybe there was drugs at the time, but it wasn't as widespread as it is now in the clubs or at parties.
But now it's legal.
Anyway, maybe.
Anyways, but I'm going back to let's circle back here. How do you feel about the fact that we did not do Thanksgiving this year?
First of all,
I think the past few years have
I have a very close friend of mine who was a major, had a major presence in my Thanksgiving. She came for it. One of the reasons she came, she lived in France, and she just passed away. And I'm in no mood of doing it without her. Not the first year, anyway.
Yeah, I totally
Maybe
agree.
next year when it's been a while, then okay. But that's it, because that's my main thing. I don't want to do it without her.
Yeah,
I know. And honestly, because last year it was very much about her and mom's friends and stuff like that. I have no desire to do Thanksgiving this year.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to deal with everything, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not in the mood.
Yeah.
So
I could have had some pie, but okay.
I can still make pies. We can
still make a small Thanksgiving, which I said we can.
No. We said we're not.
well, no.
No, but I don't mind making it just for you. But I'm not inviting anybody.
No, but it's boring. It's not fun, anyways. We'll make like a roasted chicken instead of a turkey.
I'll make one pie
It's
instead of
always
two.
nice, of course, to have somebody even.
We've been doing it for 20 years now, almost 20 years.
Yeah. We started 2008.
Remember when it started really small and then it became very popular and everybody wanted to come for Thanksgiving? Oh, by the way, we put Thanksgiving on the map in Egypt.
Let's not get a big head about that. No, it's not. That's not accurate. Thank you.
Oh my God,
You're not entirely accurate, Heba.
4 fat ladies, when I used to do, we did the things for Thanksgiving and they were like, Thanksgiving.
No, you're talking. You're talking about on a business level.
Yeah, nobody did that. That's what I mean, maybe. I'm not saying
no,
nobody, but no, most people did not. And very few people did Thanksgiving.
Stores still don't sell Thanksgiving related desserts.
No, but what I'm saying is even then when we started, there were people that did Thanksgiving, but it was not
that trend has come. I mean, now in France, they have Halloween.
Halloween is different.
They
Thanksgiving
didn't have. No, I meant.
Yeah, just
these
the concept is American
things
traditions.
are becoming more and more white.
Very popular and trendy.
Yeah, I agree. But Halloween is Halloween. It's not related to any.
It's very, very related to American culture.
No,
We're talking about American culture. We're not
time out. Let me finish before you guys go on your tangents here. Halloween is a very American holiday. Yes, not really a holiday, an event that is very much magnified in movies. So kids, everybody wants to celebrate Halloween. It's a kid thing that turned into a teenage thing that turned into an adult thing and kaza. Yeah. Thanksgiving is very much related to the people who immigrated, who were sent to the States, the Native Americans helping the Europeans know how to, but no, it's true. Thanksgiving in Canada is not the same day.
I'm joking.
Well, I'm not joking, Heba. Huh? Okay. Thanksgiving in Canada is not the same day as Thanksgiving in the States.
Thanksgiving in Canada is finished already.
It's finished already. So it's
At the time of this recording, Thanksgiving in the States is finished. But anyways, yeah.
No, but Canada, it's a completely different day. I think it's the first week of November or the first week of December. It has nothing to do with the last Thursday of the month.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, I don't think it's a holiday that people are going to pick up in Europe. Oh, we're going to bake a turkey because the Native Americans that help us. No, I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be adopted in Europe and stuff like that. Halloween is different. You never know.
Yeah,
Halloween is different.
because it involves children, and you always do stuff that
And wearing costumes, and the adults like to wear costumes, teenagers like to wear costumes, schools do it, everybody does it. It's not, Thanksgiving is
But
not.
now I think with traveling and with media everywhere, everybody is aware of everybody else's kind of festivities, and Americans, because of the movies and Hollywood, I think they have more of a bigger influence on the rest of the world than the rest of the world has.
For sure.
Has on them. So anything that's American ends up being kind of.
Agreed, but 4th of July isn't, just like
No, that's national holiday.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, these certain things will not apply in reverse. But that's just
Well, obviously.
But yeah, no. I mean, yes, it has a huge influence, but yani, that's
So, on what is your ideal Christmas?
Vacation? Or
Yes. What's your ideal Christmas vacation?
I wake up
And see nobody.
absolutely nothing.
But wake up in Cairo?
No.
But
Actually,
you could
when
not
I
wake up
think of Christmas ideal, I think of going somewhere in skiing.
Yeah, with I play ski and all of that.
Yeah. Although I don't know how to ski. But I will sit and just look at everybody else doing it.
Oh my God, yeah. That when I went, what was it, 2 winters ago? I went to for the first time. I hadn't been since like I was young, right? No, I hadn't been in like 20 years, maybe beginning of 2000. Anyway, it was so nice. I was lousy at skiing. It was horrible. But the whole vibe of like, you know, the little, those little huts with kida, like it's all full of snow in the mountains.
Did they have
so nice.
Christmas trees and stuff like that?
No, it was past the Christmas tree season. But I like, but you know what? I went to, and you've been there too. I've been to Switzerland. No. Geneva. For Christmas. That's boring. So.
Yeah. Do you remember the Rockefeller Center for Christmas when you went once?
yeah, in the States.
How old were we?
Very young.
We were, so we went with you and Dad.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I don't remember.
You weren't that young. You were...
There was a lot of, there was ice skating involved, right?
We went more than once. We went.
ice skating.
We went more than once.
Yeah.
But Shireen was maybe, I couldn't have been more than 5, 6. 6?
Maybe 5, 6.
I
That
think,
was
you
the
know-
nicest...
You know what? London has very much of a Christmas spirit, and it's nice. I was just saying though, it gets so commercial, and I don't like it around Christmas itself. But before that, leading up to it, it's quite nice.
I can imagine.
Because everything is very
Scotland's very nice at
Christmassy, and I know Germany does, but I don't think Switzerland. Okay, had a Christmas vibe, I guess, but it was really dull.
Yeah.
I can imagine Scotland has
me,
a nice Christmas.
Where? The
Scotland.
nicest thing is that
yes.
family.
That's right. I went to Scotland for Christmas and New Year.
Christmas, the nicest thing, it's a family.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not something that, but the setting, I imagine Switzerland skiing, and that would be the ideal setting. For
Yes,
Christmas in my,
It's so nice. And would you like to have a husband so you can go with him?
nope, I'm over that.
Why not? Would you want to get remarried? Oh, do you feel during this time that it'd be something like you would nice to be in a relationship or something?
Yeah, but tell us about you. Mom and I are not in any relationships, but you're married. So don't you want to be with your husband Christmas and New Year's?
Of course I do. Of course I love being with my husband on Christmas. We exchange gifts under the Christmas tree.
No, I used to love the kids exchanging gifts.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
What? Okay.
What you want to remarry? It's not happening.
No, I don't see you remarrying.
I could have remarried Alain Delon, but he's dead now. So that's about it.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody that comes close to him in Egypt.
No, when you reach my age, you want to be left alone. That's it.
Hell, when you reach my age, you're left
I
alone.
want to be left alone as often as possible.
Yeah, it's true. And it's...
No, because like you have most of your friends are still married. Do you feel like left out a bit?
Left out? No, not not in the least.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think you did, but I thought maybe because some people probably do. Like, Nira, do you feel left out in the Christmas season for being single?
Not at all. A lot of people, half the population is single. You just don't know it.
No, they are. They're not single. Half the
Yeah,
population is
you
married.
go to, okay, so you go to a party, like half the people at the parties are single. I mean, that's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
The other half are married. And actually, my age group, most of them are married, yes. And the ones that aren't are just,
I mean, if you can find your soulmate and somebody, that's amazing. But that didn't happen to me. So
There's no such thing as soulmates.
that's in the movies.
There's no such thing.
I have friends who are very happily married.
So they say, but you never know.
That was cynical. No,
No, yeah.
no, they're happy.
I know some who would up to, I'm thinking of.
No, I'm sure some are, but I'm saying that this doesn't mean they're
After a
soulmates.
certain age, like my age, if I marry someone who's age appropriate for me, I'm going to end up being his nurse.
Oh yeah, we don't want that.
That's a good, yes. I'll pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be realistic.
Yeah.
Unless I go
Like Cher. And date somebody who's 4 years younger
or
than you.
Madonna and start dating guys who are as old as my grandson.
Oh God, it's so weird.
That's awful.
But
To each their own, but that's just weird.
yeah, no, it's
But I can understand now women dating men that are much younger.
Really?
Well, not that much younger, but
we can understand also men dating women much younger.
Well, they always have. Men have always dated women that are much younger, but it's
it's becoming a newer trend.
It's a newer trend that older women are dating
younger men.
Yeah.
There's a term for women.
Yeah,
cougar.
20, 30 years ago wasn't very common.
For a man dating a younger
I
girl,
think
there's no
it's
term
always
for it.
acceptable with movie stars. I think if a regular woman like me or one of my friends decides to go out with someone 28, they're gonna think she's gone bonkers. They're gonna say, "Oh,
Oh wow, how sexy! I've dated younger. It just doesn't. It's weird. After a while, you're okay with it at first, but it just doesn't. There's such a disconnect.
yeah."
There's the real disconnect.
Now, I dated somebody who was 8 years younger. No, there was no disconnect mentally. I don't know what that says about me. But he didn't look like he was 8 years younger. I didn't know he was younger than me. I was like,
Well, he looked older than his age.
he looked much older than his age. That's why when he told me this, I thought he was joking with me. The year of his
Were you supposed to be talking about the Christmas season?
Yes, we were. And I was saying, and then you guys got into a little bit of a tiff and an argument. So I'm saying, okay, I'm trying to diffuse the bomb here. Anyways, so yeah, and no, but that's also about festive season, about relationships and things like that. Doesn't that, because it always, okay, so what do you think in terms of,
Actually, I have a question for Mom.
yeah.
The hosting thing for you. I don't remember Grandma ever hosting anything.
Hosting?
Hosting gatherings. and
Gatherings. I don't remember Grandma ever doing anything. So did you pick it up from doing it, or did you because you're a great host. You see what I'm saying? So is it something that you just picked up every time you did a party? You kept learning more, like what to do right? Like, I know you always get out the plates and you write down what's going to go on what plate and all of that stuff. Like,
But organized.
she's very organized, but
No, but you always did that even since we were young. You like to host.
But I always do that with my work, with everything. I organize. I don't like to leave things the last minute and be surprised that I'm late putting this at the table.
So what do you think your secret is? That's what Nira's asking. Like,
does it come naturally just to host parties, or
No, I'm just very diligent at anything I do. And I'm end up being good at it. But modesty apart. No. Actually, I wasn't always that good. When we went to the States,
Thank you, exactly.
I didn't know how to cook anything, nothing. So I learned. And the States is a good place to learn because people are very helpful. Especially when it comes to cooking. And
she's an amazing cook, but she's messed up a cake in a box.
Yeah. They tell you do this and do that. So I learned in the States, And after that, it's just my nature. If I do something, I like to do it well. So I try to perfect what I do.
We had the best birthday parties growing up. And my mother used to do everything. She used to make, except for the pain surprise sandwiches, used to order that.
Yeah.
But like, I remember one
The ones
time.
in Kuwait.
Yeah, the ones in Kuwait. And then like, remember I ordered one time, mom made Shreen the chocolate cake because our birthdays, we had a birthday at the same time. And I ordered a birthday cake and nobody touched my birthday cake. But they all ate Shreen's cake.
What was it?
I can't remember which cake I got. I think it was the number 5 that was not.
Oh, and then it had like
Cherries?
M&Ms or all the way around? No?
Mom had made Shreen the chocolate cake that looks like a cat, I think, or the chocolate cake.
It used to be, I think
was
the
called
easy
the-
ones, actually, the ones that look like a bear or a bunny
Or a
something
cat.
like that.
Yeah.
Cat.
Which I
think
tried
you
to
made
replicate. The regular, we did replicate it. Shreen, you made her the regular 2-layer chocolate cake that everybody devoured. It was amazing, I remember.
But I tried to replicate yours and I forgot the mouth. I forget entirely. I noticed it after in the
Whiskers.
pictures. No, the mouth.
Mind you, if you look at them now, a lot of the things I used to bake that you raved about are actually not that good, I have to admit. Because when I do them after, things went so much better now. But in that context, at that time, it was really good.
Yes.
But when I did them now, they're okay.
The
but they're not amazing.
pineapple upside down cake. I remember loving it. And then when I tried to make it, it just
like
comes
that
it doesn't
upside
come-
down. I think there was also it's like
less.
It's
It's
like
simple. It was more simple.
no, also the novelty of something. It's like in relationships when you meet a person for the first time.
I thought we were talking about for Christmas.
No, I meant after a while when you see them a lot, the novelty wears off and it's not as exciting. And I think that's the same with my baking. It was never that spectacular, but you thought it was.
And we were young, so we didn't have anything to compare it to.
No, but so.
No, but by the way,
Really,
no,
no,
but
I think the pound
Like
cake
doing the face of the cat and okay, yeah. And when I look at it now, yeah, and it was not Einstein, yeah. It was just whiskers with licorice and maybe the mouth and then
but also
stuff like that.
but
you know?
but the cake
Now there is much more. Look at what they do in Paris with the apple cake
That looks like an apple.
exactly like an apple.
But even the cakes I used to buy in stores back then were
they were
not
like sheet cakes.
But they were never
came in
as
tin foil.
But they were never
they
like
were.
now. They're so much more grandiose.
Eclair. It was a chocolate, coffee, or
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
That's it. Now there is everything under the sun with Claire. It got so much more advanced.
But I have to say, I still think simplicity is nicer now. I think a lot of people are more interested in things that are simple. And for me, I just like, or maybe it's just me a preference, it just feels like it's so over the top, it's getting boring.
It is getting more.
It's like, I like the more simple things.
And I think people did less things.
Yeah, of course.
So they had more of an impact when you did something. Now it's like weddings now. Weddings used to be a small personal affair. All of a sudden now it's this huge thing, and a lot of the people there don't even know the bride or the groom. It's more of an event.
Yeah.
So a lot of things that are happening are taking that.
Oh, but by the way,
which that part I don't like. I prefer the way it used to be.
and then by the way,
Personal.
yeah, going with that train of thought, that's one thing that you do very well, and I think we all do kind of well, is that, not to toot our own horns, but we have the whole thing about the entertaining. When we have gatherings and parties, we have a nice mix of people, and that's very important.
Yeah, I always this was something.
Because that was something it was very important to
I
you.
always invited people that I thought got along, liked each other, and if they didn't know each other, it would be an interesting point to get them to know each other.
Yes.
Because they were somehow similar. And I
Like-minded.
always do that. Even now, if I invite people, I always invite يعني so they have the meeting of the minds.
And I definitely
واحد من الغرب وواحد من الشرق مثلا يعني you try to make that effort.
and I do that like you too. I think that's one thing I learned so often.
Yeah, you have to. Otherwise, the thing doesn't.
And being a good host is also a very important part as well.
But that's what I'm saying. Being a good host is actually knowing who to invite and who not to invite.
And other than the food and the drinks and all that obvious stuff. So.
Yeah.
But definitely simplicity, I agree.
It's much nicer.
Yeah, I'd rather have one dish that is very well done than have, let's say, 10 that are all mediocre.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I tried the things that I did well, I tried to do them better always so that I kept doing them and people would come either expecting me to do that. And if I didn't do that, oh, you didn't do that?
Yes, they get very disappointed.
Yeah.
Till now, they get very disappointed. That's hence why we always make the cheesecake and the pecan pie for Thanksgiving, which I never liked so much.
The cheesecake is because most people
everybody's expecting it. They love it.
Expecting it. And when we don't, they're like, "Fina cheesecake." I'm like, it's not a Thanksgiving thing. Cheesecake.
When you think about it, because when we came to Egypt 30 years ago, a lot of the things that I knew how to do, nobody knew about in Egypt. Cheesecake, no one knew about.
I
remember when I did it for somebody, and they were like, and then then it started, and so many things like that.
Like Mom put cheesecake on the map in Egypt.
And like our salted caramel brownies.
That salted caramel brownies is ours.
Yeah. Okay, so Mom, do you have any other questions? Because I can ask about. I have a question. Well, I want to ask a question. Maybe you don't. Do you have any New Year resolutions?
Oh Lord.
I always have the same.
To lose weight.
No.
I'm gonna not eat sweets so that I lose a bit of weight. I'm going to always exercise.
But you always do.
I am.
Okay, so you do exercise regularly. So
actually, the thing resolutions, I don't think I do anymore. I always used to make these resolutions.
No offense, fuck for resolutions. I hate resolutions. There's like, what's your resolution this year? Same as every year for the past 20 years.
I don't do it anymore.
Nothing. And hence why you're in the same place every single.
No, what has been like growing up? The resolution was like, I'm gonna lose weight this year. I'm gonna quit smoking. I'm gonna stop not drink as many sweets. I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep eating sweets. I'm gonna keep fine. I'm fine. I'm okay with the way I look. I lost the weight, so there's no reason for that to be a resolution. Okay. So fudge it. Why? Why bother? Like seriously, it's just ridiculous. I find it's like like.
I think people do it more now
as a tradition.
Like, no, I mean you could have something new. With me, no. It's what am I going to have new? Yeah, I mean resolution. No, I'm confusing them in my mind now between resolution and wishes.
It's the same. You could do. Oh, well, maybe not.
No, not the same.
It's not the same.
No. Yeah. Well, I don't smoke. I don't drink.
Maybe we should start taking those up. Well, we tried to give you a gummy once and you wouldn't take it.
I don't fool around. So, what's resolution I'm going to say? I'm just going to say
work harder.
No, she does that already. She doesn't need to be a resolution.
Yeah.
I like this one question. If you could cancel one holiday tradition or a dish we always make or something, what would it be? Or something we do, what would it be?
If I want to cancel what?
If you could cancel one holiday tradition or a dish or that we make for the holidays or anything like that, is there anything that you would cancel that you wouldn't want to do anymore?
What's that obnoxious question?
Your daughter thought of it.
Yeah, I thought of it.
What do you
mean?
Like, is there something that I used to always do and I shouldn't?
Well, she cancels them anyways. Like she's canceled my.
I try to change when something is.
Sweet potato pie, the sweet potato with the marshmallows. I love that one. You made me cancel it.
I cancel things when I see on how they're eaten. If I feel something, nobody touches it. Then it's time to move on and make another. It's like when we came in, everybody in the States in Houston loved cornbread on Thanksgiving. Every time we did it in Egypt, nobody even looked at it.
But I did it one time. It was so popular, and then the year after that, it wasn't. Remember?
Yeah.
It was weird.
So I said there's no reason to do it.
Oh, that's true.
Stuff like that. But yeah. If you, sometimes I'm so sick of looking at the cheesecake.
Me
So I
too.
tell you, don't do it.
I'm so sick of making it.
Everybody says, there's no cheesecake.
I can't stand the cheesecake anymore. I can't eat it anymore.
I can't either. Like,
And I think because you've done it so much, so it's normal. So when you do
that's
something a lot,
no, I just
this is it.
Yeah.
and it's a hit. It's like, please don't tell me to make a
It's like when
cheesecake.
you're married to someone for so long, you're sick of them.
I don't know. Speak for yourself. I'm just in married bliss.
Married bliss. I'm in single bliss.
Okay, we all have very different personalities, but there are certain topics we know to avoid. What's your don't go there topic? I don't know, actually.
Do you have a do?
I have to think about that. What's the one?
Do you have one, Emma? Well, help her out. Help us both out. I can't even think of one actually.
Yeah, you mean something I wouldn't want anybody to confront me with? Or
No, like
I think I know
like
what you
during a
mean.
party, no. Okay, scratch that question. I have another better question. Actually, just said, have there been any times at a Christmas party or something that have been really funny, disastrous moments that you remember? Be like, oh my God, shit, I can't believe that happened.
No, disaster moments don't happen. They would freak mom out, and they would freak anybody
Yeah,
out.
I had a lot of those when I was married to your dad.
Oh
yes, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
I think I remember.
Since then, no, everything is
Smooth sailing.
yeah, smooth sailing and happy.
Like what? Can you tell us one that's not that?
Oh, I remember the bar. There was a certain bar situations.
Yeah, you don't like to be with a man, and he's making a fool out of himself, running around women at the party.
Oh my God.
That just happened to me.
Oh, that's
when
horrible.
I was married. Doesn't happen anymore. Thank you, God.
It's happy in divorce. Bliss.
Bliss.
Pure bliss.
Okay.
think,
Well,
what
yeah,
else? Yeah,
that is a bit of disaster. Have you had any disasters in any kind of party or gathering
That I'm hosting?
or that you've been to? I'm trying to think. I must have had a ton, but I can't think of any right now.
No, I mean, most of the parties, they're, I tend to be like, if I go to a friend's Christmas party, like I remember I went to this one Christmas party and there's this guy that walked in that it was just, I wanted to drop kick him because he was wearing a leather jacket and he threw it over the table where the food was on. And I'm like, who does that? That's bad etiquette. I'm like, put your jacket on a sofa. Don't throw it in the midst of the food.
Traumatized.
It doesn't, no, these things.
How is that
No,
disastrous to
I
you?
didn't say it was a disaster. I said nothing's ever happened to me disastrous during any of
No,
these
like,
things.
even if it hasn't happened to you, like something like, oh my God, not again.
No, I
Like,
thought you
something
meant
happened.
something happening to me.
To you, or like something you witnessed or something you could have
During
witnessed.
a holiday party or something like that?
I'm sure there must have been a ton.
Yeah, well, clearly it couldn't have been very important because I don't remember anything. I don't remember a single incident that was like disastrous where I was mortified or at anything I've hosted for a holiday or any of me being at somebody's house.
I must have, but I can't remember them right now.
I doubt.
Thank you for bringing that vivid
Memory for you.
memory, but it's so dead that it doesn't mean anything to me. But yeah, that was disastrous to me. Most unpleasant.
Yeah. I could think of one. No, actually, no.
But we've always had stories like, oh my God, you won't believe what happened yesterday at the party. So and so happened. But I can't remember them.
Yeah, but because it's idle gossip. It's idle gossip.
Affect you that much.
It's just gossip and oh my God, what's her name freaked out because it's at the moment and it's an isolated situation that doesn't.
Consider yourself very lucky.
I consider myself super lucky.
Oh my God, do you remember that party we went to? We went to a party. Oh my God, I don't think it was in Christmas time. But we went to this party and the guy was so drunk. The three of us were there and the guy was so drunk he wanted to take off his pants and pee right there on the dance floor. That was a funny one. Oh my God, and we were like, oh, look,
yes,
like,
Horrible. But that wasn't.
it was a wedding.
Yes, it was horrible.
Oh my God, remember that?
Yes, and people
That was
but there were
hilarious.
lots of guys who were were saving the situation. So
Yeah, it's
it
true.
didn't really
Escalate.
but it was extremely bizarre. I never saw anything like that before.
Oh, you should come to some parties sometimes. It happens all the time.
I don't think I've
that
ever seen that.
especially.
That-
That especially.
Really? I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh, of
Like that, I was so traumatized. I couldn't believe
But the
that's what they
the
wanted
bathroom situation in that place was really bad.
the what?
The bathroom situation in that place was really bad. You had to
Oh,
wait.
so-
You had to wait in line for. I waited for 20 minutes. It was It was
There was like a
terrible.
little fountain. He could have done it there at least, not like in the middle of the
I
dance
think
floor.
it was
That was-
because he was waiting. I think he was.
It was completely trash.
Yeah, no, I know.
He was
I remember.
falling over.
I remember. I remember.
Yeah, that's the only. You know, I've never seen anything like that. That's the only time.
That was the only time too.
But yeah, but I've seen a lot of drunk people. But I mean, behaving like that, no.
I think I witnessed once in a bar, these two girls, it was during Christmas time, these two girls, I think they must have been really drunk, obviously. They took this, they were outside with this guy and they started pummeling him and beating him to the ground. This was in Boston. We were like, oh,
Okay, the States is different. People like to pummel and beat people up.
But these
for no
two girls that were like tiny little girls.
Those are the ones you should get fear for the most. The tiny little ones, because they have more to prove and they'll beat the crap out of you.
They have little person complex.
No, totally.
Anyways, so do you want to add anything to that? Do you want to wish everybody a happy holiday?
Yeah,
Merry Christmas.
thanks,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas.
Holiday.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yes, of course. Yeah, and
Any tips for the holidays? Stay sane.
And happy Thanksgiving.
happy Thanksgiving.
No
And-
drinking.
And guys, we can
Sleep
still
early.
have Thanksgiving if you want.
No, we want to do something for Christmas.
No, yeah.
I'm doing something, not Christmas, but I'm going to do something running.
It's nice to just do a small gathering for Christmas or something like that.
Yeah, I'll have like a small
But Thanksgiving, to me, it's not, no way this year. No way. I don't want to.
Isn't my Christmas tree magnificent?
Yes, Nira did a fantastic job with the lights.
Beautiful. Yes. Okay, so I just can't wait to get Christmas gifts for the kids.
Yeah,
Let's see what we're gonna do.
I'm glad you reminded me. I want to.
That's something to look forward to.
Yeah, and then maybe we can do something with them. But that's it.
Thanks for tuning in to Who Said What. We hope you enjoyed this episode and found a bit of laughter, a few lessons, or even a new perspective along the way. If you like what you heard, don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes moments and to stay up to date on what's coming next.